So, Malton, did you give the judge the package we talked about?
No, because I think we're gonna win this without having to resort to
you
that.
punch me in the mouth
Okay.
after this case.
We'll give it after, so it doesn't look like it's
Bobby, you want me to fix your Camaro problem, and you done knock down a light pole, and there's some poor son of a bitch standing in the middle of the road with his hands up.
We're just after justice, Your Honor.
He's a terrorist.
We're-
He's causing a traffic jam.
Look, the department will pay for the light pole with the DOJ funds that we've received for our budget.
Those light poles
Well, all
are
right,
pretty
if it comes
expensive.
out of your budget, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
All right, I expect to see that light pole fixed within what is it, about 8 hours?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Those light poles cost about $1 million a piece.
They do not cost $1 million. They get blown up once a fucking week.
They cost they cost about $350.
When the government contracts the work out, it's pretty expensive.
I'm pretty sure they cost about
You gotta pay for your union construction
$4
team.
because they're aluminum.
all their
at this
man-
point.
I'll
mandated
find
union
somebody
breaks.
on Craigslist that can do it for like $200.
No, just drive on down to the Home Depot. You, jump in the back of the truck.
Workers outside of Home Depot.
Not in the days of COVID.
Yeah.
You can't get day labor at the Home Depot anymore.
Yeah,
It's
Arson,
impossible.
you gotta consider this is state labor though, so we gotta belinger it, hire an actual company, give them 3 years to complete the job, and then go to Home Depot.
Yeah, there has to be a bid on the contract and everything.
Wait,
Actually,
there's-
there has to be 3 bids on the contract minimum.
Crane, you're actually here. I thought you were dismissed.
There's so much red tape.
I thought I was
They
letting-
Dismissed.
unsuspended him.
Yeah, I was unsuspended,
Why
but I
you-
started a
why are you
motorcycle
wearing like a
club,
leather
so-
jacket?
All
What
right.
is-
Do we have everybody
started
in
a motorcycle
attendance,
club.
or are there more people that we want to hold for?
I'm not joining the motorcycle club, by the way.
Your Honor, we only named 3 witnesses. Judge Bailey is unable to attend because he
Right.
is at a wedding. Miss Jones, I have not heard hide nor hair from, so I
Yeah.
have no idea. But frankly, since we did get the subpoena for the documents and we've got per se evidence from her filing, I think we're good to go without her.
I'm fine with it.
Judge Ardson, can I interrupt for a moment?
Certainly.
I just want to know where's the appropriate place for me to stand if I want to show some support to my law firm and to Crane, but I don't want to support the police.
I think by
because
the
we're
TV.
enemies.
That's a good question, Your Honor.
It is.
If you don't want to support the police, but you do want to support your law firm,
Yeah, I want to stand directly behind
is-
Crane, but
is there
now it looks like I'm on the police's side.
right? Is there any way for us to put a phone in front of Crane that we could put on speakerphone? That way, you could literally be there with him, but not be anywhere near the PD.
What if we put a barrier between the police and Murphy?
Yeah, can you put a thing there?
You know, like a big old kind of.
A bit of
Yeah, you
traffic
can put
cone
like a
from the
traffic
trunk or
cone there.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just make
yeah,
it
yeah,
very
yeah,
explicitly
traffic cone, yeah.
clear.
Yeah, put like a stack of traffic cones right here. That would work.
Jordy, you got the.
Yeah, just stack them bad boys up there. There you go. There's
Why
one.
do you even have a traffic? Where are you getting these traffic cones from?
There's 2.
They got 2 of them,
3
3 of them.
collapsible traffic cones for inside of his pocket.
All right, Toretti, I think that's good enough.
There we go. It is. It
Oh.
is
Yeah,
now
that's a clear barrier.
undeniable. There we go. Good job, Toretti. It is
Thank
now
you.
undeniable. Undeniable.
I always
Somebody get a
keep 'em
picture
with
of
me.
that. It is undeniable
What
the
to
fuck?
all and sundry that Mr. Murphy Brown is solid with his firm, but not so much with the police.
All right, I'm satisfied.
I'd like to also have it on record that while we ourselves don't appreciate Murphy Brown, we will work with him on a professional level, but most of us here absolutely despise everything about him personally.
All right. Could you please note in the record that that the PD on a personal level hate Murphy Brown's guts?
Sure thing.
Thank you. All right, so entered.
That's why I wanted the traffic cones.
Right.
Could we cross apply that to like 95% of the defense attorneys, or is this specifically applicable to Murphy?
This is by the way specifically for Murphy Braun due to
Okay.
the history that the police department has
Under-
had with Mr. Braun.
Underline, bold, and italicize Murphy's name. All right. That way there can be no question.
Okay, definitely.
All right. Have we handled all pre-hearing motions there?
I believe so, Your Honor. Let me briefly review the docket, make sure we don't have anything outstanding.
All right. Yep. We'll take a quick look at that. There is another case that's due in about 20 to 30 minutes. So it kind of works out that I'm only going to be hearing one side today because I'll be able to hear y'all's side. And I'll probably go back and ruminate on it, and we'll let you know.
This is a big case, Your Honor.
It is a very big case.
A lot of people have interest in this case, Your Honor.
Yes.
A lot.
A lot. There's a lot of people
A lot of them.
that woke up because they want to know the verdict of this case.
All of them.
All the people.
All right. You'll get a verdict today. Don't you worry about that. All right. Then I believe we are set to go.
I believe so.
Okay, very good. I'm gonna call this session to order. Order in my court. Order in my court. I'm now ready to hear arguments in the state versus. I'm sorry, the LSPD versus this state. Mr. Crane, do you have an opening argument on behalf of your client?
Always.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor, Justice Artson. Good to see you, and may it please the court. On July 27, 2020, Janelle Jones from Fastlane Imports requested the repossession of 3 vehicles. A Ford Focus RS owned by Dex Martin, a Nissan 370Z owned previously by Nina Valia, maybe mispronouncing that.
Valet? What the?
Oh, Valet?
That's one of the founding members of this court.
Well,
Valier.
Valier, all right.
Yes. How do you not? That is one of the founding members of this cult. What is wrong with you?
Well, I've only ever seen her in pictures, Your Honor, and that was on the DOJ website, which I assume is horribly outdated. Horribly
outdated. I'm sorry. Have you ever met President George Washington?
No, but people actually talk about him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But either way, learn the history of this cult, goddammit. You may continue.
And also a Chevrolet Camaro registered in the name of the Chief of Police, Bob Smith, and paid for with funds provided to the state provided by the state to the Unified Police Department. A vehicle owned, for all intents and purposes, by the Los Santos Police Department. A vehicle to be used, as this court will hear, in sensitive investigations which were at one time supported by this court. Judge John Bailey notified the owners of the vehicles of a 72-hour notice following the following day, July 28, 2020. However, a crucial step in this process was missed. Chief Bob Smith was not notified, nor was any individual within the Unified Police Department notified of any impending repossessions. He was notified one day later on July 29th. 2 days later, with only 48 hours notice, the vehicle was repossessed. Tow truck driver was sent to the police garage and just yanked the vehicle right out of there. Within 48 hours, again, of the repossession, the vehicle was resold to one Charles Prince on July 31st, 2020, who then turned around and sold that vehicle to Park Ranger Conan Clarkson, as the evidence will show. When asked how he would describe a situation in which the court ordered or allowed the repossession of a vehicle without the proper 72-hour notice to the parties in question, Judge John Bailey said, "There are no words to describe that." The plaintiff asserts there are a medley of terms this court can use to describe that situation. Failure of due process, procedural mistake, or perhaps bad faith. This is what has occurred here, Your Honor. The request of the plaintiff is simple: that a sense of law and order be restored, and that the mistakes underlying this be reversed by returning the vehicle owned by the Unified Police Department where it properly belongs. Thank you.
Very well. Okay. As there is nobody to speak for the state today, that will conclude opening arguments.
What a convenience, Your Honor. No one here to speak for them.
No one can defend their
They got
actions.
nothing to say.
If you're going to interrupt my sentences, I can take it under myself to defend them myself.
Would
Sorry,
that be
Your
like a
Honor.
conflict
Yeah,
of
no,
interest
you-
or something?
Go ahead and ask Mr. Crane whether or not he'd like to go up against me in something inside of this courtroom.
Yeah, no, definitely not. This guy wrote most of the laws, at least until we got that Judge Montag guy.
All right. Don't appreciate my sentences being interrupted, young boy.
Hey, don't fuck
Jeez,
this up
all
right.
already.
Yeah,
Mr.
come on,
Crane.
keep it together,
Kidding
Coretti.
me?
Go right ahead and
Come on.
bring your first person.
won't be
up
waking up
to,
Blood is boiling.
I won't
to
be waking
testify
up
today.
again this early ever.
It's
All
not
right,
even early.
we're going to be calling Chief of Police Bob
Lunchtime.
Smith to the stand, Your Honor.
All right, Chief Smith, please step forward. Now, while I do not doubt you are of impeccable and irreproachable personal character, sir, I am still going to swear you in.
Okay.
Go ahead and raise your hand for me. Do you swear affirm the testimony about to give the whole court case truth, whole truth, nothing but truth? So help you, airborne.
So help me, Airborne.
All right. Just so you know, you are sworn to airborne. If I catch you lying, I am going to make a phone call. Unity the cat will show up and probably claw your ankles. Mr. Crane.
All right, sir, will you state your name and occupation for the record?
My name is Bob E. Middle. That's my middle initial. Smith is my last name, and I work for the police department. I am the current chief of police, soon to be replaced.
I'm I'm
What?
sorry to hear that.
Oh,
I'm just preparing myself.
Yeah, it seems like we
There's rumors.
yeah, we go through you guys pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. So I'm surprised you've lasted this long, to be honest with you.
Me too, honestly, Green.
All right. Did you receive funding from the, or have you ever received funding from the Department of Justice in relation to special investigations?
Should I answer this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Have you ever received funding specifically for the purchase of a Camaro in relation to these investigations? You should answer that one too.
Okay. The funding was used specifically for the Camaro, but was the funding given to me to purchase the Camaro? No.
Okay. So what's the connection between the Camaro and the investigations then?
The Camaro was purchased with our budget for that fiscal quarter, and then the Camaro itself was used for investigation that's started well into last year. The other things, I believe, was just regular undercover patrol. I'd have to get the note specifically for that.
When were you actually notified of the repossession of the vehicle, or the impending repossession of the vehicle?
I'll have to answer this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to want to answer that one.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you, Crane. Like, this court case has been going on for so fucking long. I don't remember dates or timelines at this point.
All right. Would it refresh your memory if you took a look at exhibit? Let me see which exhibit number this is. The plaintiff's exhibit A, the complaints for repossession.
Am I allowed to do that?
Absolutely.
Shuffling my papers here.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Gotcha. So this one was sent out on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I probably opened up my email from my very extensive weekend of stopping crime around the 31st. Is when I.
Don't worry.
Aleks, Chuck.
All right.
But obviously from this email was sent on the 29th.
Did you see the Camaro at any point after it was repossessed, Chief Smith?
Between July 29th and today, yes, I've seen that Camaro multiple times.
Okay. And to your knowledge, who have you seen driving that vehicle around?
Charles Prince drove it around, I believe, as well as one of my park rangers, Conan Clarkson.
Did Park Ranger Clarkson ever express any reason for purchasing that vehicle?
Yes.
What was that reason that he expressed to you?
Because he felt that if he purchased the vehicle that once belonged to the police department, it would somehow give him leverage to receive one of our certifications for the Mustang unit that we have available under the HSPU moniker.
Good lord.
So,
All right.
I need to break in here a second. Are you testifying under oath, Chief, that your park ranger tried to blackmail you?
I think it'd be more like a bribe, Your Honor.
All right, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But is that your testimony under oath today, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wanted to be sure.
Let's focus on your interview with Judge Bailey. How much did Judge Bailey recall about that particular repossession?
Judge Bailey had a hard time recalling things. The only things that he recalled were things that we prompted of him. Obviously, he was very agitated and upset from my understanding. At least that's my speculation, I'll call it. But normally when we bring a judge down to mission room, they're not super happy. He recalled specific situations revolving the day that the Camaro was repossessed and what took place at the courthouse here, right outside the stairs, which is what we had great interest about.
All right, tell me a little bit about what happened right outside the courthouse on the steps.
Judge Bailey was doing his duty, his courtroom staircase shift when Taco had run up to him and had asked him about the website listed, or the government website listed repossessions, if the Camaro was up for repossession. Judge Bailey answered him by basically saying, let me check. I think it's time. Yes, it can be repossessed. And that's, well, I guess this was right before the vehicle was repossessed. So right afterwards, the Camaro was repossessed by the state.
Understood. I actually have no further questions. I think I've proven everything I need to prove for our case. My co-counsel, Mr. Moore, may have a few.
All right, Mr. Moore.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied at this point with my co-counsel's questions at this point. So I have no further questions.
All right, I have a couple before you get down, Chief. Chief, I don't suppose yourself or maybe one of your counsels has a copy of the contract with Fastlane that was signed for the purchase of this vehicle, do they?
Your Honor, as the new representative, or as the representative for the new management of Fastlane, I can say with all professional courtesy, they didn't have a damn contract.
They didn't have a contract.
Yeah, and we are working on the creation of one at this time.
All right, they didn't have a contract. Okay. And next thing, Chief, can you tell me why the Camaro fell behind in payments and was up for repossession?
Busy guy, you know. It wasn't a date.
You were on a date for like 2 weeks?
It was an investigational date.
Oh, all right.
I had to investigate whether or not I wanted to be with that person.
All right. Okay, I understand. All right. You can step down, Chief. Thanks. All right, Mr. Crane, do you have anybody else you intend to be calling at this time?
No witnesses, Your Honor, just a wealth of evidence to go over.
All right, let's hear it.
We would first refer to the Plaintiff's Exhibit A, which is the Fastlane Imports complaint for repossession, showing the general timeline that we went over in our opening. I'll spare the court of going over that again. We would next refer to the sale on August 1st, 2020, indicating that the vehicle was sold almost immediately by Jordan Walker to Charles Taco Prince following the repossession of the vehicle.
Okay, so you verified this is the same vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good.
We would next refer to the Plaintiff's Exhibit C, This is a yellow page posting from Charles Taco Prince, and he is requesting offers for the Camaro that he purchased, confirming that he did in fact purchase that vehicle. Next, we've got the Plaintiff's Exhibit D, which is a tweet directly from Conan Clarkson, essentially chastising the chief of police in relation to the Camaro and the case, which the Camaro which he purchased directly from Charles Taco Prince. Next up, we've got Plaintiff's Exhibit E, which is approximately a 30 to 45 minute of the interview with Judge Bailey.
All right.
Of specific import in that interview, initially Judge Bailey denies any knowledge of the conversation outside or attempts to dodge the question by stating that lots of people come up to him talking about repossessions whenever they get posted up. And then whenever further insight was given to him as to the particulars of the conversation with Taco, he very suddenly remembers a lot of details about that conversation.
All right. I understand what you're pointing at, counsel. I'll take a look at it myself, but you're going to find it hard pressed for me to sit here and impugn the credibility or the honor of a man that is not here and unable to defend himself. As you know, as an elderly individual myself, I sometimes forget the hell out of things until I am reminded, and then I can recall with startling clarity.
Are they in cahoots?
Should these people like be forced to retire and put in a home?
Sounds like they're in cahoots.
Isn't that what happens?
Sounds a little bit like cahoots.
Like they
It's a
can't pay
cahooting. He's
their own
saying,
bills?
"Oh, he's old. He doesn't."
Why are they
remember."
allowed to drive
Who knows,
cars?
Haroni?
Your Honor,
could
we
die
would
at any
next
time.
refer the court to the Plaintiff's Exhibit
Hooters.
F. This is the interview with Judge Stanton. This one got
Stanton should
skimmed
definitely
over by the
retire.
court, to be completely honest with you, because I'm fairly confident Stanton was asleep through half of it.
Yeah, he needs to go.
Wouldn't surprise me. All right.
Next, we'll refer to the court to Plaintiff's Exhibit G. I'm not going to go over that too much in open court because it is
No.
a sealed document.
Yep. Please do not go over it at all in open court. I have it. I have reviewed it.
I would like to hear it.
Yeah, we want to hear it.
You're a cop. You've got to just read the damn.
But we
Yeah, I
want to
want
hear.
everybody
We
to
want to
hear it.
hear it in court.
Yes, with
We
the
wanna
proper
hear it.
inflection. Someone with
We want you to expose the truth.
yes, please.
Come on.
Expose the truth to. There's only cops here.
Exactly.
And Murphy.
There's
Oh,
that guy
God.
over there.
What
That
in
guy
the
needs to
Lord?
hear the
No,
truth.
God.
He needs to hear it.
Oh my God,
That guy needs to
Solomon,
hear the
have you been
truth.
sleeping there the entire time?
I'm not a cop.
That guy needs to hear the
Yeah,
truth.
Solomon-
And by that I mean like
Please
the
to
past
hear the
several
truth.
months.
Oh,
Your Honor.
there's Solomon, the only lawyer that was willing to be my lawyer during my court case where I was went
Here
to
we go
prison.
again.
There he is, the only one
There
that
we
cares.
go.
I'll be your lawyer next time if I'm not the one suing you.
Well,
I would have been
mean,
your lawyer. I didn't even know about it.
Honestly,
there you go.
Solomon is
Listen,
probably
I
one of the
asked you
better
how,
lawyers in
and
the
he
city.
stayed on
Oh.
the case, and
So
then he
you-
didn't show up.
you-
Okay?
Well, that's
You-
your
you could-
mistake for asking Jerry.
well,
You do a
Listen,
hell of a
Mark.
lot worse than Solomon. Let me tell
Can't
you what.
depend on him.
Tell
It's not like he has
everybody.
And the
anything better
man
to do.
sleeps at the courthouse. He's so dedicated.
All right. Since it seems like all of the officers have waived the confidentiality nature of the investigation, I'll keep the witness sealed. However, this is an investigation that was conducted by the Unified Police Department into the repossession practices of both this court as well as Fastlane
Us.
itself. More than 6 or 7 witnesses were interviewed. Subpoenas were issued, specifically referring back to Plaintiff's Exhibit B. And the Cliffs Notes version, honestly, Your Honor, is that it turns out that even the people who work at Fastlane have no idea how in the hell these repossessions work, how in the hell inventory properly functions at that
True.
place. And frankly, they don't really seem to be a car dealership, even in the slightest.
They don't sell cars at all.
No, they don't. They give each other.
If they don't sell cars, what the hell do they do?
Wait. How do I get a job? Wait.
You want to give blowjobs?
Yeah,
No,
Crane,
get,
can I get a
receive.
job at Fastlane?
Someone has to receive it.
Yeah,
If they're giving
probably.
them, then someone's receiving it.
The sealed witness indicated
You
that
bugged
she
April.
had witnessed the conversation between Judge Bailey as well as Taco. Jordan Walker was interviewed in relation to his prior position. Although even he didn't know what his position was, he could have been a manager, he could have just been a
True.
salesman. And he didn't even recall whether or not he was the one who sold the
Actually
vehicle,
true.
even though he was listed off as selling the
Actually
vehicle
true.
one day after the repossession occurred.
Probably less.
Yeah, I have
boy.
noticed that honestly, short-term memory inside of this city, or any memory at all inside of this city,
Sounds like you could put 'em in
encapsulates
jail.
exactly the
Uh-huh.
previous 5 minutes, and that's about it.
I would understand that if it were in relation to the sale of a vehicle at an establishment such as
No, I'm
Premium
just
Deluxe
talking like
Motorsports.
citywide. People can't remember more than the previous 5 minutes. In fact, if we were to actually talk to the galley behind you, I bet you not a single one of them could remember most of Chief Smith's answers beyond about 2 minutes ago.
He's investigating.
I can't even remember my answers.
Some
God
booty
damn it! Don't
2
say
weeks.
that. Don't
Anyhow.
say.
God damn it,
Don't
Bobby.
Yeah,
say
but not remembering what position he actually held within the company would be akin to you not remembering that you were the district attorney, in my
There's a
opinion.
stenographer. He doesn't have to remember.
That I can't agree with.
Finally, Your Honor, we have Plaintiff's Exhibit H is a series of text messages between an individual known as Alexandra Morose, Charles Taco Prince, and Randy Bullitt discussing the repossession of the case, or repossession of the vehicle. Specifically, this is interesting, first and foremost, because it shows the repossession of the vehicle, insofar as Charles Prince was concerned, was a matter of concern for the Chang Gang, or at least other members of the Chang Gang outside of just Taco himself, as Randy Bullitt took the opportunity to chime in. Further, it is common knowledge that Alexander Morose is a salesperson for PDM, showing even further crossover between this PDM Fastlane repossession nightmare that has occurred. And with that, we close, Your Honor. We rest.
Look, if we lose,
Okay, very well.
we appeal.
We're going to leave it there. I don't
We're
see a need for any
cahoots.
type of closing argument.
I don't know legal jargon or whatever it is,
after
but this
having just
guy's
gone
clearly
through
in
all of
cahoots
this.
with Bailey.
I'm going to put the
He
court
said on
into
record he doesn't
recess, and I'm
remember
going to go
things.
through all of
He
this.
also
Yeah,
said he
unless he's
sympathizes
I'm going to ask again.
with this fellow young.
What exactly are we
old
looking for
judge.
here, insofar as damages or remuneration?
We want the Camaro back.
Injunctive.
Because we've been bouncing all around.
Injustice.
I mean, I don't know
around
that
about
word.
a lot of things, and it seems to me like there's issue
Reparations.
Not re-
possibly
no.
with the timeline on
Reparations.
how
What
this was handled.
reparation?
What does that even mean?
There's
I
issue
declare
with
bankruptcy.
Don't
fast
worry about it.
lane. There's issue with
I just
the
wanted a
park
meal.
ranger.
nice
I feel like we
succulent
should
meal.
have
Succulent
we should have
Chinese
had
meal.
more than one body here as a defendant. We should
Get your
have had
hand off my
multiple.
penny. This is democracy
I'm wondering
manifest.
why that wasn't done.
Your Honor, we are specifically looking for injunctive relief insofar as the action of the state was concerned. There are a lot of other issues that are surrounding this, particularly the actions of Conan Clarkson, as well as potentially the actions of Charles Prince and other members of
Well,
Fastlane.
luckily, Svensson and Maltner. are here.
However, the
they can deal
goal
with that.
of
Yeah.
this case was to
That's all
look at
them.
the failure of
Let's toss the ball
procedural
in
due
the rim, bro.
process insofar as the notice was concerned, as well as the appearance of impropriety on behalf of Judge John Bailey.
Mhm.
As you've previously stated, we're not going to slam the book over his head too hard, since it's an empty chair problem. However, we would assert that even the appearance of impropriety, insofar as this court is concerned, is a concern which should be addressed. We are specifically asking for injunctive relief and the overturning of the repossession of the vehicle.
All right.
And Mission Road takes over fast lane.
I'm of like mind when it comes to
Slow down,
that's good stuff.
impropriety on behalf of any member of the judiciary. If it is there, then yes, it should be handled swiftly and handled with a very, very strong fist. I am concerned that the injunctive relief that you are seeking, and this is why I bring this up, the injunctive relief you are seeking is going to bring two other parties that have not had an opportunity to speak today. It's going to bring them into this as well, and it's going to impact ownership of a vehicle and the bottom line of a business.
That doesn't matter if it was taken
Both of
illegally.
which,
Their
business
ownership is no.
received those funds, allocated against their books, and done.
I don't know
probably
that.
paid
though.
taxes on that
Just a
money.
guess.
The fact that
guarantee
this
you
took
Taco
so
does not
long,
pay taxes.
to even get put in
This
to
guy's
the
starting to
system,
sound like
much
a
less
fun
get
judge.
I'm not even going to worry about the fact that it took forever to get through the system, because we could have put an injunction in the second that this case dropped. But this case dropped months after the second, I believe, the second resale of this vehicle, and so to to answer
That's
what
not
you're
true.
asking
That's not
for
true.
with an
Not
injunction
months after the
is
second
to put at
resale.
odds two other parties
We
that
filed it on like the
are not appearing on this docket
30th
today.
day.
So do you understand my
This is-
concern
This is
here?
within 30 days.
I do, Your Honor. However, I would like to point out that we filed the case, I believe, 27 days after the initial repossession of the vehicle, meaning it had only actually been sold to Charles Taco Prince. So when we brought this to the court, we were looking at overturning at the outside maximum one sale.
All right.
Because the case blingered and scheduling issues, even though we only had a handful.
Clearly,
of people,
IA needs to investigate how
a
Clarkson got a
secondary
hold of this
sale did take
vehicle
place, which is unfortunate.
during a trial. I don't know why it wasn't frozen.
However, the injunctive relief, if sought, realistically would mean that Fastlane never had the legal right to
Not
sell
that
the
I know
vehicle in the
anything
first
about
place. We would, as their counsel, honestly, I would advise that they seek remuneration from the court in relation to that. As to the issue between Mr. Prince and Park Ranger Clarkson, it's clear from the testimony of Chief Smith that there is some consideration of bad faith on behalf of Conan Clarkson. And if Charles Taco Prince,
Some consideration.
by injunctive relief of this court,
Talking
never
about
had the
the Conan
legal right
Clarkson.
to purchase said vehicle, then frankly, the two of them can take that to court. That's a contract issue between them.
Very well. All right. I'm placing this court into recess while I go through all of these items. Thank you very much.
DOJ filibustering so it gets sold again.
All right.
All right. We'll see how it
Who
goes.
wants to party?
I think that went well.
It's an easy
Your
it's an
opponent
easy
didn't have a
win
very
because
good
if we
case.
lose this, you just appeal for cahooters. I don't know the legal term because I'm a cop, but
Seriously, Solomon.
Cooter's phrase.
Solomon, have you been in
It is.
over there
What's with
for
you
like
and
months?
Cooter?
Yeah, that's what
Freddie.
Oh no, I got
I said
murdered.
cahooter.
Yeah, Cooters.
Wait, you got murdered?
Stop it.
I got murdered.
Cooters.
You're looking really good for a guy who got
Copper,
murdered.
what's with
Bring
that
me
a
in.
wig?
we
This
only
is my
pretty
alter
Are you
ego.
Hobo Jesus
Platinum.
now?
Ooh,
Oh, it's
Oh my
fucking
God.
Are you
No.
Gandalf?
you look like
I'm a
you should be
driver.
part of High Command.
I'm a driver shooter. All I do is get bored and
So-
pop
Oh,
off.
Solomon the
Copper,
White.
you want to you're putting your name in
I'm
for
no
High
longer
Command?
copper. I am now platinum.
No can do.
Okay, platinum.
Shut up. Let me finish explaining. Fuck. And when we were training cadets, I became, I'm
The only
my
people
alter
in here
ego.
allowed to have
Ooh.
guns are the
Cadets
cops.
and-
Gonna have to ask one of them.
Was gunning them down with
Ready, give me a gun.
Curtis.
By the way,
Do you want a knife instead?
Gun. I mean, I could take a
Solomon,
knife.
I will shoot
that's
you in the face, you
entrapment.
dumb
God
fuck.
damn it, Harona.
I need
I
to
don't have a
kneecap
Solomon's
Artson.
acting kind of weird.
I don't have anything. My pockets were wiped. Somebody
Look,
wiped
sir,
them.
if we give you a weapon, we right now don't definitively know whether you're going to commit crime with it. And when I say weapon, I mean something you could buy from the ammunition down the street and any legal, weapon
and
considered
careful of
tool.
entrapment.
Cooter.
I
Stop
wouldn't
it.
crime. I'm not a crimer.
Okay, well you say that,
Don't
but
go into that MDT.
you say that, but if you were on the other side of this room talking about doing crime, we didn't hear you, and we just need you to know that if we give you a tool,
Wait,
and
who
you do
fixed
crime
this?
with it, we're not gonna know. Okay, right now.
Yeah,
definitively.
you're not
Stop
liable.
trying to entrap this guy, Chief.
I'm not being entrapped. I'm just gonna.
Okay, you're not being entrapped.
Not being entrapped. I'll sign a document.
Why are there so many Torettis
Bobby,
in the
why is
MDT
your
right now?
gun sliding out of your pocket, Bobby?
By the way,
Oh
if you guys
my
have any
God.
officers who have been recently suspended, we did start a motorcycle club for people suspended from their professional employment.
Thanks. We already
so-
have a book club.
They wear assless chaps.
Cops
Hmm.
getting suspended.
Only sometimes.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna suspend you,
I
Murphy.
mean, there's bound to be at least one police officer.
I'll
who's been
suspend you,
suspended.
Treddy.
You'd be
least
surprised.
one.
There's more than one.
So are we getting it back?
That's
By
what
we, I mean
they're
Bobby.
deliberating on the.
Don't say me, because it's not about me. Okay, it's about
Nikki said we.
justice. Oh, he's
Can I be
specifically,
on
he's
handcuffs now?
specifically name dropping.
No, Treddy.
Wait, so
Chief,
What?
I'm in cuffs. I can't.
Are we
This sounds like
suing-
a IA
wait a minute.
We're suing
we
the
suing
state.
the-
investigation.
Oh, the state,
Yeah.
not the DOJ.
No, the
Hey,
state.
can't
Okay,
sue me.
all right, we're suing the state.
Which
Yeah,
is
you really can't sue the DOJ because if you sue the DOJ, who's going to listen to the case? So we're suing the DOJ. We just changed. the
Isn't that why
name.
Arts
That
is
sounds
here?
awfully convenient for the DOJ.
Yeah,
It's
all
like
they
a
have to do is
who-
commit crime, and no one
Interesting.
can do. I
Hmm.
That's
Like
what
a
I do.
who
I
watches
killed
the
the guy
Watchmen
once.
sort of
Sorry.
thing.
We need
Freddie, I
internal
fixed
Dodge fares.
Your
We
criminal
need a
record.
mayor.
No,
We have 2 of those.
Aleks.
no, we don't.
Non-functional.
Need a real mayor.
What is that? What is a real mayor? What is like? What do they do?
I don't know.
Sal Rosenberg.
Someone who was like a lawyer, but they
I
pay
remember
attention
Sal.
to mayor
Free
stuff.
Car Fridays at PD.
He was he was the only mayor we ever had that kept the
Why am I mentally
the funds
unstable?
way in the plus. It was good.
He was
Yeah, I
convicted for
remember that.
murder.
It's not a question
Yes,
we
he
can
was.
answer
Yeah,
for
but he
you,
was
Trey.
crime free while he was mayor.
Yep,
True.
he was.
And he got everyone's vote by giving them a free cheap
He
car
was
every
beloved
Friday
by
at
all the
PDM.
people.
If you have a gun or a knife.
Lumber, are you getting on duty?
I've been on duty, man. Where the fuck are you?
What do you
Like,
mean,
literally
dude?
nothing.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro?
That's weird.
Bobby, are you gonna get on duty? Or are you gonna go back
Bro,
to
I'm
bed?
out here actually doing work.
They updated some of the
Get on duty.
vehicle registrations and stole everything from everyone.
You're gonna disappear for another 3 weeks when you come back, and oh, this department, this police department's broken beyond repair, guys.
I don't say that shit.
Poor
Yeah, you
me.
do.
No, I don't.
I
When
have
do
a
I
Then
say
you
this?
disappear for another
I have
3
a
weeks.
perfect recording of it.
Of me saying it's
Actually.
broken beyond repair?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What is this other?
Are you
case
sure it wasn't in
happening
private that
there?
I would say these very intimate thoughts?
Nope. Nope.
Oh.
We can all hear your thoughts, Bobby.
Damn. Yeah, that is true. There was that time I was trying to get Beck over there to sign a cyanide pact with me, and
think it's the
Metzger heard me through the
people-
doorway. Wait, sorry, that was supposed to be a thought as well. You didn't hear
People
that moment.
versus Carl.
Yeah, but see, that's what you do,
That
Bobby.
matter
right?
was investigating closed already.
Alright, yeah, that you can't double jeopardy me for
Listen,
that.
Chief, we're loyal to you, not the department, so you don't have to worry about that shit.
It's good. You gotta get
Okay,
the
well,
IA
I'm
on your side.
loyal to my own department, so speak for yourself.
What, the JTF?
SASP.
Listen, I need you to get back on the Trello.
I am on the Trello. I just read
I
a,
need you
a
to
case.
read through all of Forrester's notes and give me feedback on it, please.
Nope.
Please.
Nope.
I need you to summarize how
I
she's
need you
been
to
targeted.
summarize.
for
I
the
need
past
you to
2
summarize.
weeks.
I've proven myself time and time again that not only
if you
can I
wanna make
read
it
and
a
write,
really
it's your
fun
turn.
case, you could just pull
Listen,
Solomon
the thing is, I can't do neither, and I need your help, please. I thought you
Okay,
were
have
Lauren
Raiden do
already
it.
has
I'm
her
not doing
serial
court
Have
killer
Snow do it.
hotline, all right?
court cases, in which case I will do it.
Everybody goes to Snow anyway.
Do
Have
you think
Snow
we
do
should
it.
leave like a note in front of her door
Yeah,
that's
see,
like
it's
a good
like-
note instead of a bloody one?
It's like mistrial bait right there. It's great.
Yes. The fact that they were
Should we kidnap Forrester, but like have it be a good kidnapping that doesn't end with her like
You have one
getting
of
a
those,
limb chopped
right?
off?
Bobby,
rounds from the
remember that? Your husband?
Why are you
Raven?
talking like that? Why did you bring that up?
That is possible.
Oh, fucked up
Yes,
that is.
That is weird, Columbo. Why
How's
would
that
you do
weird? Why would you bring
You
up
said
my
a good
fucking...
good
I mean,
kidnapping. You had a good kidnapping one, Bobby.
Are you
What
like
the
on
fuck?
something, Columbo?
We can investigate this
Why-
guy.
What's wrong
The
with
whole
you?
Why are
engagement
you-
shit.
Why are you stuttering?
Slomo,
Was
do you
it-
not
was it
remember
you
the
or Nita was
conversation
questioning him
I
on
had with
whether
you the parking lot before we came here about
Yeah.
Right.
talking about stuff? I mean,
Fuck.
okay, just
That's
think
ready
about that.
to ready.
Say okay.
It's
You are-
Saturday, guys.
Don't
Shut
worry
up.
about
Dude,
me.
so, okay, put him back in cuffs. Fuck that Toretti guy. For
Yeah,
saying
why don't you
that
put him
shit.
back in cuffs, Owen?
Put him in jail.
You okay, man? You want some type of drugs? Columbo.
What the fuck are you sniffing me?
I'm just seeing if I can...
I think Columbo's popping oxy.
I'm trying to see if I can smell heroin on you.
What the fuck?
I'm too broke. I can't afford it.
Right? Maybe some crack.
That shit's expensive, all right?
Crack,
And we all know
crack is not
cars-
fucking expensive.
Cars are the only hard value on the streets these
True.
days. So
That's how you get it.
Damn, you right.
it's like, oh, you want to buy this? Want to buy this house? I'll give you
You're,
3 sultans
what
for
the
it.
hell's your name again?
Oh, the judge is coming out. Judge is
I'm not a
Judge
fan
is
of how they
coming
like
back.
graffitied it.
Judge,
Well,
judge,
shit,
judge.
they
Shut up.
Judge. Camaro?
Order in the court. I'm ready to render verdict in this particular hearing.
Oh, did he just kind of poof on us?
After review of the timeline, under consideration here, and taking a look at a few other things, whether or not the car was in repossession. While interesting to this court purely because I was the one that signed off on the funding for the police department, it really has very little bearing on whether or not this particular repossession was done correctly. Now, as counsel has pointed out, yes, there are no contracts for vehicles stemming from Fastlane, and that is an issue that I believe Fastlane needs to take care of, because realistically, with no contract in place and no ability to come and legally say that they have the authorization to repossess a vehicle, any repossession that they have done could in fact be construed as illegal, because they haven't done the necessary
Wait, this is
basically they haven't done any of the minimum necessary things to grant them the ability to do that. But we're going to put that to the side for now. We're going to take a look at the standard has been roughly 2 weeks of non-payment, and a vehicle can be put up for repossession utilizing the widely accepted PDM standard and what is inside of their contract. Afterwards, notification goes out, and the standard is that recipients have 72 hours from notification to get their car up to standard before it is repossessed. Based on all evidence that I have before me and all timelines, Chief Smith was not notified until the 29th, which means that the first available date for repossession of that car would have in fact been August 1st.
Yes.
Bearing that in mind, this court orders the immediate surrender of the Camaro to Chief Bobby Smith and is granting the injunction.
Justice.
Holy shit.
Get that is how you manage the police department right there.
This court recommends to all affected parties that they seek remuneration as is necessary. If they cannot come to some type of gentlemanly agreement, then this court will hear any arguments and ensure that money
How the fuck did we win that?
appropriately. That is the ruling of the court at this time. Thank you very much. Court is adjourned.
Rain, I'm never going to doubt you again.
We did it.
Dude, this bit
It's
is
real
finally
easy.
fucking over.
Timeline
Let's
is
go do
timeline.
something else now.
No, we still got to get the car back.
Hell yeah.
No, we gotta
Yeah, no,
go.
get the cars on y'all. I'm just ordering it be surrendered.
All right, there's another court case.
All right, nice.
Oh, we'll get it back.
So who's got it?
Yeah, who does?
Clarkson.
Your Honor, what
Easy,
is
hand over the car or
the
you're fired.
what's the timeline on receiving the vehicle before we can seek
That's literally what we're going to tell
30
you.
Hey.
days as is standard.
30 days as a standard? Okay.
Clarkson has 30 days to surrender that car to Chief Smith.
Beautiful. Okay, so if he doesn't
Wait, hold on,
surrender
Your
it
Honor.
within 30 days, we'll get a court order repossessing the vehicle from him. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Basically,
It's
it's
a felony, isn't it?
is.
basically it's up to y'all to come to some type of gentlemanly agreement and do it nice. And if it doesn't happen in 30 days, then I get involved and I get real forceful about it.
I'm definitely not going to be
Can
nice.
you
I don't know how we won
prevent
that.
the sale of said vehicle to anyone else? So that
Clarkson does not have the legal authority to sell that vehicle. I'm injuncting the original repossession, which means that car is owned by Chief Smith. Which
You, like,
means if
tell him
Clarkson
that.
tries to
Apparently.
sell it, he's selling stolen
Grand
property.
theft
Wait a minute.
auto.
Stolen property.
can't we just, if we see it, take it, hand it to Bobby, and then it's his, right?
That would be improper. He has 30 days to basically surrender it. After
I mean, it's
30
not
days,
improper.
then
Is it in his garage?
after
Well,
30
for real.
days, then y'all
Pretty sure it's in
can
the PD
use.
garage.
Oh, we can raid him.
If it goes beyond 30 days, yes, we can. You can actually raid him and take the car.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm so down.
So hypothetical, let's say
All right, Bobby, I'm back on the joint task force.
Let's say Bobby sees the
Go.
vehicle on the side of the road. It is not theft if it's his own, right? You can just take it. I know you said he has 30 days.
No, that you can't do that, Rose.
Damn.
You cannot. I'm not going to sign off on that type of look. I'm not going to
drive it
say.
around every time you see.
Yeah, you can't just shoot somebody because you don't like them. All right.
If he sells that car, he's committing a felony, correct?
Actually, no.
It's not legal.
If he sells that car, then he is selling stolen property.
It's violating a court order.
we
Because
Actually,
that is
Conan
not his
isn't
car.
used to
Okay, I
committing
can foresee an
crimes.
issue though. So Conan needs to be notified, otherwise he's going to play the same card.
Are
That led us to
you
this
about
situation.
to say that I don't know how to do my job, Svensson?
Well,
no one
I'm
here
just
tells-
saying.
The ruling
Seems
will
like
be
that's how we
placed
got
on the
here.
docket.
No. The ruling will be placed in the docket, and all necessary personnel will be notified.
Rami, good luck getting in a car.
All right.
through the docket as well as
here.
the various court case announcements. That way, nobody can say that they
Rami, if you don't think I'm beyond firing you over this thing that's taken 3 months to get to this point, you're fucking wrong,
Your
dude.
Honor, I have a- Yeah.
Great job, great job.
Stop
Mama.
pushing.
Yeah. I'm happy to help the department get its Camaro back.
I mean, doesn't that feel good?
Feels good. So, see, now we don't even have to give him that package, and it doesn't look like, you
Can we
know,
admit that it wasn't? It was actually about the Camaro. Now that we have the Camaro.
we don't have it yet.
We don't have it yet, so
Well,
we
now
gotta...
that we legally have the Camaro.
Welcome back, friend.
It's about justice.
Grats
No.
on the W.
It was about the Camaro.
I mean, look, when I see a business acting improper like Fastlane, you know, I feel like that's just something we need to.
Look what we've uncovered as a
rectify.
result
You're
of
so
this
full of shit.
escapade for justice. We've uncovered Fastlane's old management not knowing what the fuck they're doing. We've uncovered potential corruption within the Justice Department.
I'm not sure any of that really needed investigations. To, I think that was kind of
That is
just
true.
out there in the
Well,
open.
But we got
you
it
guys
on the
having a
record
feeling
now.
about it is different than we have an official court record with recorded testimony from employees and judges.
Lady
Justice
Justice
Punk.
won today,
Yeah, justice really
Yeah.
prevailed today.
but she doesn't have a driver's license, so
So we're gonna take the Camaro as
Yeah,
a
well-
reward for all the hard effort that we put into this.
we'll drive it on behalf of Lady Justice.
Hey, can I just ask real quick? Did we
We should
just
call
shoot
the
that guy?
Camaro. We should
and then
call it
let him go?
Camaro Justice.
You want to call? I like that. We're naming the Camaro Justice.
And then when we say we need to get justice back, people will know what we're talking about. Assuming that
Or-
Conan Clarkson already isn't in the process of selling it right now.
Or when we say it's about justice, then
By the
I
way,
guess, you know.
By the way, if he does sell it, you guys need to investigate it, and then I'm gonna fire him.
What's there to investigate? He
That's
doesn't
not
have the
even
car
internal
anymore. He
affairs,
sold
that's
it.
just criminal.
Because
That's not even related to his job.
if somebody kidnapped him and forced him to do it or something, you know what I'm
Can
saying?
you not say that shit out loud? People are gonna
I'm
do
just
that
saying,
now,
what
Bobby.
if he got kidnapped by Taco or something, and
You're gonna
then-
make it like. You're
and
gonna
then
make
they
this a
forced him
realization.
to give him the car, and then they have the
Hey,
car,
I'm back.
and then we have to go to war with Taco and all of them to get the car back. What if
I'm gonna
that
find
happened?
a nice tall bridge. Thinking about that.